Namaste everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm filming at the Mangosteen Ayurveda and Wellness Resort here in Phuket, Thailand. Isn't it just beautiful? I really hope you enjoy the scenery and the class. Today's more intermediate, but anybody can take part. It's going to be a fluid flow with a little bit more minimal cue so you can really tune into your body. So the class is going to be focusing on strength as well as flexibility and mobility. So a little bit of everything, a full body class. Starting off in a nice comfortable seat, hug your belly back, hands to the top of your knees. Just tune in to your natural breath. Feel your shoulders become heavy, relaxing your muscles in your face. Start to engage your Ujjayi breath. Finding some neck rolls from shoulder to shoulder. Come back to neutral, taking a side body stretch to the left. Dive forwards, arching the spine, take it to the right. Finding these nice circles coming forwards and taking it to the left. Continue following your breath. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale as you stretch. Come back to center. Let's find our way to tabletop. And we're going to take some cat-cows in a more unusual way. So we're going to inhale, drop the belly and send the tailbone back towards your feet. Extend your arms a little forward and exhale, roll forwards, coming into a cobra. Exhale, arch the spine. Press it into your child's pose. Follow the movement and your breath. Arching the spine forwards, drop into cobra. From child's pose to cobra. Taking two more here. Last one. And then come into a seat, into a kneeling position. We're going to rise up, raise your hands to the sky, look up, squeeze your glutes. Make sure your knees are hip distance. Take your hands in front of you and start to lean back using your core and your thighs. Come on forwards. Exhale back. Inhale, rise. And back. Rise. And back. From your back position, grab your heel on one side, press your hips forward for a half camel. And then draw your hips back a little and swan forwards, taking it to the other side. Press your hips forward as you take your back bend. Continue this flow. And then back to neutral. Lean back one last time. And forwards into your plank. Send it straight to down dog. And finding some spinal waves to plank. Follow your breath and the movement of your body. On this next plank, take a Vinyasa, Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Lift your right leg. And we're going to find some leg bounces. So bring it down to the mat and lift. Just keep going, squeezing the glute. Right knee to right elbow, cross to the left, step for your runner's lunge. Start to find movement from runner's lunge into your pyramid pose. And high lunge. Take a twist. And then draw that back arm to the knee, finding a back bend, and open up warrior two. Coming to your triangle pose. Open up through this top hip. Warrior two, triangle, warrior two, one more, triangle, warrior two. Come back to your high lunge, come onto the tippy toes and sink a little lower. Finding a bounce. Now place both your hands either side of your foot and step this left leg up to the sky in line with your head. Right arm can raise to the sky, left arm stays on the mat. From here, cross this left leg behind the right, draw it all the way to the mat, and find your Gomukhasana, cow face pose. If this is too intense and you're not intermediate, you can always straighten the bottom leg and just raise the top. And then with your hands, you can find full Gomukhasana. Taking your right arm up and over your head and left behind you, gripping the fingertips. or you can just place your hands on your front knee, breathing deep. Release your hands. Just place your front foot firmly onto the mat. Come on forwards, plant your hands, extend through that left leg and rise your right arm back to the sky, look up. Step back into a pyramid pose. Coming down for low lunge. Coming back for half split. Back to low lunge. And take a vinyasa. Step to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Raise your left leg to the sky and start to find the taps with the mat as you raise and then tap. Keep going with your breath. Taking this left knee to the left elbow. Twist to the right and step for runner's lunge. Finding movement by straightening your front leg into your pyramid and coming forward for runner's lunge. High lunge, open to a twist. You can stay here or take this arm to meet the back knee, raising your left arm to the sky, your right arm to the sky. Opening up, warrior 2. Taking your triangle pose. Back to warrior 2. Follow your breath. Triangle. Warrior 2. Triangle. One last one, warrior 2. And triangle. Coming back to your high lunge, come up onto the tippy toes just for a little extra strength. And now plant your hands to frame the front foot. Just your fingertips. Coming forwards, raise that right leg off the ground in line with your head. And then raise that left arm up to the sky, taking a twist. Cross this knee behind your front standing leg. And we're going to come on down for Gomukhasana, cow face pose. You can always take the modification, straighten the bottom leg and raise the top. You can stay with your hands planted on your knee or find the full expression of the pose. Taking the right arm up and over your head, the left behind you, and see if you can grip your fingertips. Release your hands, plant them either side of your front foot. Just place that foot nice and firm onto the ground. And we're going to lift our hips to the sky. Raise that right leg once again in line with your head. Keep your right hand planted on the ground. Lift your left hand to the sky and look straight ahead. From here, step back into a pyramid pose. From your pyramid, roll forwards into a low lunge. And then find half split, half Hanumanasana. Frame the front foot, bend forwards to a low lunge, and let's take a chaturanga, coming into your plank. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and send it up and back for your downward facing dog. Draw your knees down to the ground for your tabletop rolls. So we're going to roll back, child's pose. Arching the spine forwards into cobra. Taking 3 just like this. One more. And send your bum back to your heels. Arch your spine, gripping onto your knees. Inhale, look up. Lift up, and we're going to take a full camel. So start to lean back, hugging your core, grip onto your heels. Send your hips forward and your gaze behind you. Keep your knees drawing towards each other. Raise one hand off of the foot to look over to the left. Place it back down. And raise the right hand. Look to the right. Let's press ourselves back up and take a rabbit pose. Grip onto your feet and arch your spine. Let's take a seat onto our backs. Lie down, hug your knees towards your chest. Give them a little roll towards your chest, opening through the hips as you roll them externally. Take your happy baby pose. Maybe find movement if that feels good. Keeping the breath nice and deep. Maybe you'd like to extend your legs for a hamstring stretch. And then release your feet. We're going to take a spinal twist. You can take cow-faced legs, or you can simply extend one leg and draw the knee opposite. If you're taking eagle legs, cross them once or twice. The right on top of the left to start. Draw your knees to the left and your gaze to the right. Slowly raise your knees back to center. Uncross your legs and let's take it to the other side. Drop your knees to the right, take your gaze to the left. Draw your knees back to center and we're going to make our way into Shavasana. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. I'll be here with you for a couple of minutes. Just make sure you stay in the moment, let your thoughts pass. Bring your breath back to its natural rhythm and relax all the muscles of the body. Stay as long as you like, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, namaste.